Now, the three Sahel countries within the West Africa sub-region are still insisting on their separation from ECOWAS. United Nations Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed disclosed this after visiting President Bola Tinubu at the State House. State House correspondent Musbau Dan-Wahab has the story.
After a long walk away from home, Amina Mohammed is in Nigeria. Working into Nigeria's topmost corridor of power, it is a familiar terrain. She served here in different capacities and at different times. Visiting in a much higher capacity, the Deputy Secretary General of a global body who has been on tour of some West African countries with a delegation has a report for her President and Chairman, ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Governments. The United Nations is supporting the ECOWAS in its integration quest within the sub-region, particularly the bid to reconvene the dissenting countries of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
What we're telling these countries is that a number of them have a crisis, they have unconstitutional changes, and what they must do is to come back to a transition and a process to democracy. On the other hand, they have to look also at the development paradigm for their people. There is terrorism, but there's also a need to look at jobs, food security, energy. All those also have to continue. Now, if they can display a roadmap that gives everyone some confidence that there is a return to democratic rule, then they will find the support. I believe that in ECOWAS we are a family. Regional integration is at the heart of it. It is what these countries have said.
I will request Mr. Faye.
In addition to earlier moves, the Authority of Heads of State and Governments recently added President Bassirou Diomaye Faye of Senegal to join his Togolese counterpart Faye Singbe in winning back the departing members. But then, with a recent visit, the countries are not ready to back down.
The response from them is that clearly they feel that they have not had the same support of ECOWAS that they envisaged, and a lack of understanding, that in some cases they of course are going to go ahead with their alliance, but at the same time they express their priorities. Their first was security and their fight against terrorism. Their second was investments that they were looking for in certain areas like food security and job creation for young people.
After this, the ECOWAS may have to wait for feedback from their latest emissaries of President Faye Singbe and Diomaye Faye before their next decision. From the State House, Musbau Dan-Wahab, NT News.